How's it going, everybody? Halloween weekend, and so I did one yesterday on a Rush tune, Witch Hunt. So today, another one of my favorite ones is Frankenstein, Edgar Winter. So got some really cool riffs and great rhythm parts in there too. So anyway, let's not waste any time, and I'm going to go ahead and play the intro, show you that, and we'll just keep breaking it down from there. Okay, so the opening riff. Okay, so we're playing the just two strings really. You're playing at the beginning the 5th and 4th string. All right, so we're doing A5 and D5. Then we go to A3 and D3. Back to A5. Then we're going to the D and G string and playing the 3rd. Do it again. This time you're gonna do a slide and then slide back. All right, so let's just do that intro real quick. 3, 4. All right, now we're at this. Alright, low E. That's 1, 2, and 3. Hit the 3rd fret twice. Then we're going. That's A string, 1st fret, E3, A3, A1, E3, A1. Then A3, A1. Then you're going to bend down. Alright. And then after that, you're going to do a. So that's at the bend down at A3. Then you're going to do like a. Play A3 again, hammer to A4, and then do a pull back on the 3rd to A1, E3 to A1, back to E3. Alright, so now the next one is going to be okay, so E4, open A, A1 twice, A3 twice, no, A3 once, open D, D1 twice, alright, A3, A4, alright, then you're going to go to A5 and you're going to kind of hit it and then quickly slide down. Okay. Now, and you can also do this. You can play like that synth part. What is he doing? You can do that as well. That'd be it. So there you could do that's like a G minor scale. You could play at the E6, E3, B6, bend up on G5, pull off to G3, then to D5 to G3, G5, pull off to G3, slide to G7, B6, then do a that'd be G5, hammer to G6, pull to a G5, slide back to G3. Okay, so now we're at this part. So can you see my... That's D6, D7, 8, hit that twice, D6, G6, D8, D8 or G8, G6, D8, G8, G6, pull up, or yeah, do it twice, then pull off to G6, D8, G6 to D8. Then we're going to go to G10, 11 and 12. All right. B11, G12, B13, B11, G12, B11, B13, B11, and then on the 13th of B twice. Then it B11, G12, B11, back to B12. All right. Unison bend. All right, you're going to do this twice. So unison bend, you're going to have your first finger on the B string, and then place your second finger on the G12 and your third finger on G13, and make sure you keep your first make sure the B string doesn't move up or down. So you want to just those 1, 2. Then you go to B10, B11. Then you go to B10 and you pull up and you go back down, and then you go to B8. So it's All right, so now we're back to the main riff. So now we got a really cool rhythm part. It's turn around. There's like 3 different rhythm parts, and that's the first one I think of right there. So what we're doing, we're borrowing strings 4, 3, and 2, like you would an A. All right, we're going to do this at the 3rd fret. So it's, and then you're going to go to 5, 3, 5, back to 3, to 5, to 6, 5, 3. Then you're gonna 5, and then I'm gonna pull from 5 to 3. So it's a very funky groove. So it's okay. You do that for 8 measures. Then down here, this is, now it changes. This is like the 2nd part. This is a B flat major 7. All right. So what I'm doing here, I am at the 10th fret. I'm borrowing with my 3rd finger. Okay. The top 3 strings, and then on my 1st finger, I'm going to put that on the 4th fret, or on the 4th string, 8th fret. And so it's this is a C. You bar at the 5th fret, the strings 4, 3, and 2. Then you're gonna also after that play, this is an F. So that's a, you have on that one, that's a G7 and B6. So it's, okay, you do that 4 times, all right? Then it's going to go back here. 3, 5. Then you're going to go back to that. This is an F over a C, actually. You're going to play a C, like we were just a second ago. You have the barring the C, and you're going to have the G7 and B6. So it's all right. So let me play that part real quick from the very beginning. Okay, so now we're going to go to, let's see. right, so this part is at the A string, A5, A7, A8, D5. All right, D7, G5, D8, D8, back to D5. All right, the second part, that is A8, A10, D7, D8, D10, G7, G9, back to G7. All right. So now the third part. That is A10, D7, D8, D10, G7, G9, B8, G10, and then to G7. And the last part. That's D10, D12, D9, G9, G10, G12, B10, B11, B10. So here it is again. All right, from the top. Okay, now the next part I love is a very cool lick. All right, I love that. All right, so what this is, it's like a pattern. All right, so we're at E12, back to E10 as a pull off. And I'm using my fourth and second finger right here because it sets up nicely for the next part of the lick. So E12, pull off to E10, back to E12. Now we're going to go to A8, A10, pull off to back to A8. All right, now we're at the D string, D7, then D8, back, pull off to D7, back to D8. Now we're at G5 to G7, pull off to G5, back to G7. Now we're at B5, to G5. And this part is that's D7, pull off to D5, D7, D5, A8, you'll play it twice, A7, all right, back to, and lastly, D5. So it's slowly, it's a I'm sorry. All right, so then the ending part's pretty cool too. So this is So what we're doing here is we're at D string, D2, we're going to hammer D3. All right, then we're going to go to G2. Like that. Slide to D5, then play G3, then slide from D5 to D7, then play G5, slide from D7 to D8, and then play G7, slide from D8 to D10, then play D9, then slide from D10 to D12, then play G10, then you finish the lick with, you go to D12, D14, G12, G14, B13, and then you're going to pull up on B15. So it's okay. Now we're at okay, so this part you do it twice. What we're going to do is low E, we'll play from 1 to 3. And do it again. Then A1 to A3. Then A3 to A1, you're going to pull off. Then A5 to A3, you're also going to do another pull off. All right, D3 to D5, D5, D3, pull off, D3 to D5, or G3 to G5, then G5 to G3, pull off, then B3 to B5, then G5, all right, then B6 to B3 is a pull off, all right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's go to, we are at B3 to B5, to G5, to B6, to E3. All right. Okay, now we're at all right, that's D5 to D3, back to D5, and then play an octave lower on E3. All right, then you go, that's D5, D3, back to D5, G3, so now unison bends. All right. All right, so we are at G. You keep your first finger on the B string, and the second finger is going to be on G9, the third on G10. You pull up. Go up a whole step. All right, then go up a half step. So your first finger should be at this point at the 11th fret, okay, of B. Keep your fingers the same. Go up a half step. Make sure your first finger's on the 13th of B. Go up a whole step. Make sure your first finger is on the 15th of B. Now we're going to go to strings 1 and 2. So make sure your first finger is on the 12th of the high E. Your second finger should be on the 14th of the B, and your third should be on the 15th of the B. All right, the next one, make sure your first finger's on the 14th of the high E. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. It should be on the 13th of the high E string. All right. Next one, you're at the 5th. Make sure your first finger's on the 15th. And lastly, make sure your first finger's on the 18th. So it's okay. Now, there's like the synth part and the drums and all that. And then there is this, you're going to do that 4 times. So you're hitting the low E string at the 3rd fret. All right. Then it goes, and that's from the G, that's the 3rd fret of the low E to A1. And that goes from the G, E3 to E1. All right, so you basically do that 3 times. Synth part, whatever it's doing. All right, now we're back to the main riff. B flat, the C, power chord, and then the last lick. All right, so just playing the top 2 strings. All right, we're going to be at the 3rd fret, slide to the 1st. All right, back from then you go back from 1 to 3. All right, and you do go from 3 to 5. All right, then 5 does 2 or 6. I'm sorry. Back to 3. Back to 6. To 8. Back to 6. From 8 to 10. All right, so. Now we're at 10, and we're going to go from 10 to 13th. We're going to do that on twice. All right, go 10, 13, back to 10. You do it twice. Then we're going to be at 13, and we're going to go from 13 to 15 twice. And then we're going to go back to 15. And you're going to... And that's pretty much it. And that, my friends, concludes the lesson on how to play Frankenstein. Great tune. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you will, please hit the like button and the subscribe and comment and just let me know where you are and what part of the country you're from and where you are in your guitar playing journey and so forth. I'd love to build a community here. So again, thank you very much for watching and happy Halloween. All right, bye.